If you'll please turn with me to John chapter 15, verse 19, and stand when you have it, please. Okay. I'm reading from the Message Version Bible, so, it says, if you find the godless world is hating you, remember, it got to start hating me. If you lived on the world's terms, the world would love you as one of their own. But since I picked you to live on God's term and no longer on the world's term, the world is going to hate you. The title for my message today is, I'd rather be genuine than a knockoff. You may be seated. Okay, when I was younger, my parents had me in private school my whole life. So from the time I was in kindergarten all the way to 7th grade, I was in private Christian school. So basically, my whole life, I was used to being around small groups of people. The classrooms in private school are very small, and I was also used to being around a certain race of people, yeah. So I was used to people that lived their life a certain kind of way. And so during the summer after my 7th grade year, my parents made the decision of taking me out of private school, putting me in public school. And I was pretty excited because that's all I had been asking from them forever, because I hated private school so much. And I wanted to be, like in public school, like all my friends at the church. So when I finally got to public school, I went to Northern in 8th grade, and it was complete culture shock for me. I was like, what is this? What is this? I mean, them kids were like so ratchet. Like, I was like, oh my God, like they was like cussing and fighting, and they was so disrespectful to the teachers. I was like, okay, what is this? So because I had been in private school for so long, I was used to being around the same group of people. Like, I had the same friends throughout. I went to Covenant Christian Day School. I had the same friends throughout 3rd grade to 7th grade. So I was used to the same people. So I never had to exercise making new friends. So when I got to public school, I realized that wasn't a strong point for me. Like, I'm not good with meeting new people. Like, small talk is not my thing. The getting to know process is not, I don't like it. So that's one of the things I realized I had a problem with when I got there, because it was hard for me to make new friends. So when the time came for me to make new friends, I started doing things that I knew wasn't me, like just so I could, so I could fit in. And I felt like if I did certain things, then they would accept me. So, I mean, time came around, I was trying to be down, so I started cussing, and I was like, ooh, I thought it was bad. I started cussing, I was acting ratchet and hood, and that's not even me. So, I mean, I was trying to be, I basically, my only hope was to be accepted. And that was so important to me for some reason at that time. So when that didn't work out, when I was trying to be hood and ratchet, that didn't work out. So I was like, okay, well, I've always had, like white friends, back I had white friends in private school, so maybe I can identify with them here when I was at Northern. So I tried that. So I was trying to act like, oh girl, hi, yeah, what's up, girl, yeah, okay, let's go, Yeah, I tried, it didn't work. No, it was like, and it's the weirdest thing, like people can be so rude, because it's like, I would be trying to have a conversation with somebody, and it's like, when somebody really doesn't want to talk to you, they're acting like they're engaging, but they're not, like, oh yeah, okay. And that's how they would do me. And like sometimes, at one point, it just felt like they were ignoring me. So I would just be like, okay. So then I started trying to dress like them. When I was in 8th grade, Hollister it's a store. Hollister was really big, and then all the girls were wearing the UGG boots. Those who don't know, UGGs are like they're snow boots, and they're called Uggs because they're kind of ugly, but they're cute at the same time. And they're really expensive. So when I saw all the other girls wearing them, I was like, okay, if I can get that, then maybe they'll think, okay, so if she can afford that, then she must be cool enough to afford that stuff. So maybe she's like us, so maybe we can talk to her. I mean, that was my like thinking, and maybe that would work. So I started asking my parents, okay, can I go here? Can I like get some stuff from Hollister? And I'm so ashamed to say this even now. Do y'all not know that I had my parents buy me some $140 boots in 8th grade, just so I mean, at the time, they didn't know that I was just trying to get that stuff to fit in. I was telling them I liked it just because I liked it, but in reality, I was trying to get it so I can be accepted. And one thing you don't ever want to do, don't ever invest your time or your money in doing stuff trying to be like somebody else. Because it's not going to work. Like, when you're trying, like, you would literally drive yourself insane trying to please another human being because it can't be done. Like, the human being, people in general, we can't be satisfied. So why are you trying so hard to please another person? Like, it's not going to happen. So, and after all that, I mean, like, I realized, I was like, why are you trying to fit in when you're made to stand out? You know, my mama is always telling me that. So basically, after all that didn't work, on top of that, it deepened an emotional root for me because I also got picked on some in the process of that. Like, you know, when I got to public school, a lot of people, you know, picked on me about being the church girl and the goody two shoes, and that's why I start trying to like cuss and act bad, all this stuff to show them that I can do what they're doing. But I got picked on from that. Then I got picked on the way I looked, and then it start making me think that maybe something was wrong with me. Like, it would really, it affected me bad because even when I was in private school, when I was really young, I got picked on, and it's something that stayed with me forever. Like, it's stuff that I remember now that I'll never forget. And you can't, you know, I mean, that's a perfect example because even in private school, even though those kids are supposed to be Christian and nice and good, know right from wrong, they can still be very cruel. And people don't understand how that kind of stuff can have an effect on you. So basically, after all that, I saw myself in a certain way for so long because of what people told me about me. And, you know, the enemy can have a way of making you think that stuff is true. Like, what people say about you is true because you've been hearing it for so long. So even though you think that stuff is true, even when God said it was not so, it's still engraved in your brain. So when I finally got to high school, my freshman year, is when I made the decision to be me. I mean, I stopped and I thought, I was like, wait, what am I doing? I'm like, I'm not supposed to be fitting in with these people. I'm supposed to be my own person. I'm supposed to be who God made me to be. So bringing back to this, why would you want to be a knockoff when you can be genuine? I mean, you have to think about it like this. Like, okay, say about handbags. A knockoff handbag. Some people will settle for that, just say that they have one. They make it like they have the genuine one. But you have to think about it like this. The genuine thing is the real leather, the real gold on the plate, the real fabric. The knockoff is just it's gonna tear up. It destroys easily. It's cheap. I mean, why would you want to be a knockoff, something that can be destroyed and knocked down easily? Be genuine. Be the real thing. Be what God made you to be. I mean, it's so much easier. Oh my God. It's emotionally draining trying to be like everybody else all the time. I literally got tired. Like, it tires you emotionally and mentally. And maybe even physically trying to be like somebody else all the time. It's annoying. It's boring. Stop. God. Like, so that's when I realized I can't fit in because I'm not supposed to fit in with them. I'm my own person. So that's when my freshman year, that's when I started to create my own style for myself. Like, honestly, I just started dressing crazy. Like, I started dressing weird as heck, but it worked for me. And like a lot of people like that about me. I started getting compliments and stuff, and I was surprised. I'm like, what? I'm just doing whatever. Like, thanks, but yeah. I mean, I did get some stares and some comments, but I mean, once they saw that I didn't care, they couldn't even do nothing. Like, what you gonna do? You gonna beat me? I mean, what? I don't care. So once they saw that I didn't care, I think people would start to respect that. It's like, so I never, hold on, I'm sorry, I lost my place. Okay, so once people saw that I became my own person, that I didn't care, that's when people started flocking to me. And I was like, wait, this is crazy. Like, it still blows my mind to this day, because I'm like, this is all I had to do. Like, I spent all that time trying to be like somebody else, trying to get my friend. And then when I started doing my own thing and not even care anymore, that's when everybody wanted to be my friend. And I found out, like, back then when I was younger and I wanted somebody to be my friend so bad, that's all I cared about. Now I'm at the point where I don't want no friend. I don't want any friends. Like, and now they all own me, and now I'm like, get off. Like, I don't. I mean, it just blows my mind to this day. That's all I had to do. And I mean, I thank God so much for, like, because can y'all imagine if I never got that revelation from God? Like, what if we went through our whole lives just trying to find ourselves and being so lost? That is such a empty life to have. So I really thank God that I got that revelation, because I would be somewhere curled up in a corner looking crazy, crying somewhere, because that was just one of the best things that I ever got a revelation from God about, because I don't know, I just love who I am now. I mean, like, once you stop caring, I just wanted to tell y'all this, because each and every one of you are created the way you are for a purpose and a reason. I mean, God doesn't make mistakes. He knows what he's doing. So don't ever try to change or alter that, because you have to embrace who you are and love it. Like, I know y'all hear this every day, but it really, it's true. Like, people say, be yourself, follow your dreams, reach for the stars. It's so cliche, but it's so true. And I just thank God. I thank God every day for who he made me. I love the little things about me. I love that he made me weird and crazy and creative and goofy. And I even thank him for my awkwardness. I can be very awkward sometimes. Like I told you before, I'm not good at making conversation. There will be a lot of awkward pauses with me. I'll just be like, okay. Because I just don't know what to say at first. That's just not me. But I even thank him for my awkwardness. But I promise you, once you truly find who you are, and once you truly stop caring, I swear, once you stop caring and do right and live by God, you'll be so much happier. I promise you'll be so much happier. Thank you for your time. God bless.